Good morning, Vietnam. I always wanted to say that, and I've flown all the way across the world to Vietnam just to say it. Just kidding. You know, it's always exciting when you get to drive a brand new model of vehicle, but even more exciting when it's from a brand new brand. We're here in Vietnam to get a first look and drive of this brand new VinFast VF8 electric SUV. Along with the VF8, we're also going to share with you some of our experiences of the Vietnamese culture as well. We're going to take a little deep dive into the Vingroup itself, and I'm going to tell you, this is one of the most impressive stories out there. Vietnam, one of the most interesting places in Southeast Asia. It's a land of rich history, architecture, stunning natural backdrops, sensational fresh cuisine. If you're a foodie like me and you love seafood, this is the place to be. And they make some of the best soups and broths around. The country is a fabulous mix of cultures, and there's a certain synergy with century-old traditions blending in with new modern ones. And when it comes to having fun, they sure know how to throw a party. Many of you probably have never heard of the Vingroup. So here's a little background. This is the largest private company in the country, and they make up 1.5% of the GDP in Vietnam. Let's just forget about the car company VinFast just for a second. The Vingroup pretty well has their hands in everything. First off, there's the VinPearl, which is where we're at right now. VinPearl is a collection of luxury resorts spread out through some of the most scenic areas in Southeast Asia. They offer all sorts of entertainment, from water sports, world-class spas, and golf courses. If you had pre-ordered a VinFast car during their VinFirst program, where it included a week's stay at the resort, this is what you can expect, and it's pretty spectacular. I'm really kind of jealous that I didn't order one of these at the time so I could take advantage of all the perks that you get. Then there's Vin Wonders, which are their collection of amusement parks, water parks, zoos, and we had a chance to sample one of their extravaganza shows. And hey, it was big. They're also developers. You get Vin Homes, where they've built tens of thousands of residential units throughout the country, creating complete new communities. We're talking luxury homes, man-made beaches and lakes, and everything around that a community needs, like mega shopping centers, which they have over 80 of them. They're into healthcare with multiple hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies. And of course, hey, you have kids, you need school. There are Vin schools, and this is Vin University, which is a brand new, not-for-profit, post-education facility. And the incredible thing about this campus, first of all, it's beautiful, but it was built in just 14 months. So you'll notice there's a Vin theme going on here. If there's Vin in it, most likely this is part of the Vingroup. How about VinFast? Believe it or not, this company never made a single vehicle until 4 years ago, and now they are the leading Vietnamese automaker. In just 21 months, they turned basically swampland into a massive, sprawling 335-hectare factory complex. They had to build the entire infrastructure, including a bridge, water treatment plants, everything. This is where they churn out not only their internal combustion engine vehicles, but also EVs, but also their e-scooters and their Vin buses, which are Vietnam's first smart EV buses in operation. There are 8 million people just in the Hanoi area in Vietnam, and there are 4 million scooters. So it's a big deal. I actually had a chance to try out one of the VinFast scooters. They're very capable machines with top speeds up to 100 kilometers an hour. They got hydraulic disc brakes. They're just really, really solid. I was expecting something a lot more lighter weight, but these are the real deal and a real full-on commuter scooter. I'm hoping they'll reach Canada so I can take it for a real test drive. We had a chance to look at some of their operations, which are using many of the same state-of-the-art equipment and robotics found in other modern auto manufacturing plants. Here you see the battery plant, where at this time they were using Samsung cells, but in the near future they'll be producing their own cells as a way to safeguard against any global shortages. This will be done all in-house. VinFast is moving at light speed and have already stated the end of their gas-burning vehicles will come to an end this year, and they'll be 100% committed just for EV production. So let's talk about the car right now. But before we do that, check out this background. It is spectacular. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? Well, we have this beautiful green VF8. There are 2 trim levels. There's the Eco and there's the Plus. This is the Eco right here. You'll see we have the nice LED headlamps. And one nice thing about VinFast or the Vingroup is their logo is a V. And what do V's do the best? They come together. So it really comes together in the middle very, very nicely. You have 2 little intakes, kind of like little nostrils here, and an airflow or air vent in the bottom. Open up that hood, you do have a usable front trunk, and it's actually a decent size for sure. Onto the side, we have 19-inch alloy wheels on this, and this is equipped with power mirrors, and you'll see here there is a camera, so you have a 360 view. Opening the doors, one thing I do notice, it is solid. Listen to how solid these doors are. We open them up. There are large doors for the rear, and they open almost 90 degrees. In the back, you have the LED light treatment. I like what they've done with the lights themselves, and of course, it forms the V when it comes to the center. We have lettering of VinFast, and this is the VF8. Opening the rear hatch, it is an electric latch. However, it is not a power lift gate. It's manual. That's kind of odd. I'm not sure if that's going to change or not. I'm going to find out. These are pre-production models, but open it up. We have room for a jack and a compressor there, but it's a good size, especially if we put those seats down. This is just as much room as you would get for a regular mid-sized SUV. How do you put the seats down? There are no rear releases, so and you get a near flat floor, what you'd expect in a mid-sized SUV. What do you think so far of this VinFast VF8? Leave a comment below. In the meantime, let's take a look on the inside. All right, we're inside the VF8 right now, and we have Sanjay here from VinFast. We have the climate control going on in here. Now the VF8s do have a heat pump in them. This is the Plus model. So there's the Eco and then there's the Plus. So this is a higher trim level. When we get to drive it, well, we're actually going to drive the Eco version. The Plus has a little bit more power. Well, it's got a more powerful motors, and it's a little bit more luxurious. You get leather ventilated seats instead of leatherette that you get on the Eco. So you get heated and ventilated seats. You get heated on the Eco. You get this large panel roof, and what I love about this roof, it actually, you do have the sliding sunshade, but it also opens. A lot of times nowadays you get the big huge roofs and they don't, like for instance, the Teslas, right? Big roof, you can't open it, and there's no sunshade.
Got it.
So that's really nice. And what I like about this also, you have a head-up display. So it does not have any type of instrument cluster or an IP or even a digital cockpit like a lot of vehicles do, but they did give you a head-up display on both the Eco and the Plus. So you can get that pertinent information on this 15.6-inch screen. However, you don't have to even look over it. You just look straight ahead. And yeah, that's a great thing. I like how they've done that. I've noticed one thing though, is that the steering wheel on this one is it's a little bit thicker than the Eco version.
Yes, that is because this one has a heater on.
Oh,
So that takes a little bit of padding.
See. Okay,
yes.
so the Eco one does not have a heated steering wheel.
Yes.
So you get a thinner steering wheel. So we have a push button selector here. We have an actual volume knob. That's a great thing. We got wireless charging. USBs, which are Type A, which is kind of unusual. They did, for a brand new car that you didn't go Type C.
So we have Type C, by the way.
Oh,
here.
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
We do have Type C in the back.
And you can charge the laptop. So it's a 90-watt output. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Is there any type of inverter option in here? Like, is there any like a 110 outlet that you can plug into?
I know exactly what you're talking about, but unfortunately, not in this car. Yes.
Okay, all right, but yeah, we do get a lot of things here. It's very, very comfortable. Most touch points are soft touch, other than the door handle is a little bit plasticky. This is a pre-production model though. You never know, they could change that. It would be nice to have a little bit of rubberized material for the door handle. That's just my opinion. But everything else is really, really nice. You have 16-way power adjusting seats here. In the back, there's plenty of room. The one thing that I've noticed there in the back though, there is a hump. Which I know this is shared with the internal combustion engine platform, and that's why for the drivetrain, yeah.
So guess what? We made use of it and put some battery in there.
Okay, yeah.
So added battery.
Hey, why not? You got the room, right? So let's talk about this infotainment system. What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so we are very proud of this infotainment system. So tell you the truth, this is Android operating system, and all the functionality which you see, feel, and touch is pretty much developed in-house. And great work our team has done, our engineers have done. This is connected car. I mean, anything you can imagine is all connected. We have companion app also. You can pretty much control anything in this vehicle, like opening up sunroof, start charging, schedule charging, opening up windows, crack open remotely. Obviously, you don't want to have the entire window open and somebody steals anything. There are many modes in this vehicle: pet mode, wash mode. One thing I really cherish is the wash mode. I remember when I took the Tesla first time to car wash, I did not even know how to put in neutral. At least in this car, you have buttons out there which you can touch and feel. But yeah, just for example, I'm just gonna give you an example for wash mode. You press one button, which is right here, and it rolls up the window. It turns off all those wipers if they are already active, and it closes the sunroof. It locks your door. It unfolds the mirror and puts the car in neutral, all in one touch of button, and there you go, ready to roll in car wash.
Wow.
We have camp mode.
Oh, you do have camp mode.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. You're camping, you want to just sleep in the car. Well, you can sleep in the car. You can do everything with the car except you cannot drive. Pet mode. Well, you want to walk out of the vehicle just to, pick up some milk from the grocery store. But at the same time, it's very hot outside. You don't want to have your pet feeling so hot. It's going to maintain a certain temperature. So all these things at the touch of a button right here, you can...
Do you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto?
So that's a very good question. Yes, we do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and Alexa.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Which we did not talk about. So 3 things which are under certification.
Of course, you have voice control, so you can say,
"Hey VinFast, I am hot," so it turned the temperature down.
Nice.
Yeah. "Hey VinFast, do I need an umbrella in Ohio?"
It is most likely not raining in Columbus, Ohio, currently. The
So
temperature
it's
is
very
70 degrees
contextual.
Fahrenheit.
So I'm just curious, so it has camp mode, pet mode.
Yeah.
2 modes that are very popular in a Tesla. You know, did you benchmark this system against the Model 3, for instance?
Absolutely. Tesla was, the inspiration, and we do benchmark against Tesla all the time.
Yeah.
And we try to not only bring all the functionality what Tesla has to offer. I mean, you can see the voice control is far, far better than Tesla.
So can we play games on here and watch movies?
Yes, actually, there is a full browser capability. So if I say, hey VinFast, open the browser. So there you go. So you have a browser, you can navigate to YouTube or Netflix or whatever you want to do. Everything is on, on your fingertip.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm very impressed. It's fairly intuitive. You have like a dock screen here. You have an app library. You have the little picture of the car. It does get easier than that.
Exactly.
And it's all touch based. I do like you have the regular volume. You have touch based climate control. They're not buttons, but at least they're on the bottom dock. They're easily accessible, so I don't mind that as much. But yeah, you can just use your voice.
Correct. One thing I wanted to tell you, you probably did not notice, and a lot of other people notice. Hey Sanjay, what is this? Well, there is a camera out there. What it does, it does facial recognition, and it stores your preferences. Like seat setting, like mirror setting, like temperature setting, like radio stations, you name it, everything is stored. So once it recognizes your face, I see you're talking to Sanjay, you're talking to somebody else, and it kind of loads all those settings and ready to go.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
And I'm going to go drive it now.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
We are off to the very first test drive of the VinFast VF8. One of the very first journalists in the world to drive it, especially for an extended period of time, in this beautiful track that they've actually laid out on their property, the VinPearl here. And we have Hung here from VinFast. He's our chaperone and our vehicle expert here. So we're going to do 60 kilometers an hour for the speed limit here. And this does have a very, very good head-up display. It's really sunny right now. I can see it very, very clearly, and you do have your speed on this large 15.6-inch screen as well. So we are just gorgeous around here. Just going around here. So which way do we go here? This way, we got the green.
We go in.
We got the green. All right.
Okay, 120.
All right. What way? Can we do it from a standstill?
Yeah.
All right. For a standstill here, and we got the nod. Okay, so we are in the Eco trim, so this is not the most powerful trim. And 0 to 60, 5.9 seconds. There is 120K right there. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. 120K, we are in sport mode, and there are two different regen brake modes. We have low and we have standard. Most of you know I don't like a lot of heavy regen, so I have it on low. We have 349 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque from this Eco trim, and that's powered by an 88 kilowatt-hour battery. We just hit 135 kilometers an hour. Sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right, and we have the stop flag here.
Okay.
And we're good to go. Off we go again. We're gonna go uphill.
Go uphill.
Suspension-wise, it's actually very, very taut. It's tight, but it's actually quite comfortable. Center of gravity is quite low, and it's obviously you can hear it's quiet. And we have the fan almost on high right now. Not a lot of road noise whatsoever, tire noise, or even no suspension, no heavy suspension crashes at all. Quite nimble. Steering wheel wise though, here's something that I noticed right off the bat. It's quite thin. I don't like real thick steering wheels, but this might be going on to the other side. It might be a little thin for me. And this also does have all the advanced safety driving aids, by the way. So you have your lane keeping assist, your adaptive cruise control, emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert. And so it has the facial recognition. We're going to do a U-turn. How's the turning radius on here? Let's see.
And we up speed to here to 80 to 100.
Okay, 80 to 100. Okay, we can go quicker again. Now the range on this Eco version is 420 kilometers for this, and that's coming from the 88 kilowatt hour battery. I'm not sure if I said that already. So what's your favorite thing about this car?
I think I like the acceleration. It's very, very smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smooth acceleration.
Smooth and quiet because it's an EV car. It's very, very quiet.
I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm pretty impressed. I would like to have more power, but of course you can get that with the Plus version.
Yeah.
Now next year they will have another battery coming out that will have a little bit more extended range. So instead of 420 kilometers for this, you're going to get all the way to about 470-ish, around there. So that's coming out in 2023, and you also get a little bit boost in range for the Plus version as well. But the battery right now, 88 kilowatt hours, is the same size for both the Eco and the Plus. It's just the Plus has more powerful motors, and they both come standard with all-wheel drive. And for those of you that have never ever been to Vietnam, or have never thought about coming to Vietnam, you really should do yourself a favor. It's incredible. The weather, well, it's kind of hot, but hey, if you want heat, you got it here. The beaches are gorgeous. The people are amazing. But of course, one of my favorites, not just the VinFast cars, it's the food. The food is amazing in Vietnam. We have not had a single bad meal yet, at all. It's so good. What's your favorite food? Come on.
In Vietnam?
Yeah.
Pho.
Yeah, for sure?
Yeah, for sure.
Now, let's tell everybody, some people call it something different. You know, it's PHO, they call it pho.
Oh, no.
No?
It's pho.
Pho.
Yeah, I eat it every morning for 10 years.
I've been eating it every morning for breakfast as well as lunch if it's around. I'll eat that all day long. And the broth, the soup is so good. You guys make such a great soup. Here we go again. We're on our straight stretch. I'm just casually driving. There's 130 some odd K. Hard on the brakes, no problem. There is some regen happening, but you can't really tell when the regen and the friction brakes actually switch over. It's quite seamless. What's your second favorite?
The second favorite is soup.
Soup.
But
oh,
of course, it's from my mom.
Moms always make the best soup, right?
Of course, it's my mom is really, really. I call her the mother chef.
Mothership. Back to the car. By the way, you may have heard the VF8, VF9, when they come to North America, there will be a battery subscription, meaning you lease the battery. And you know, there are advantages to that. The reason why you lease it is it lowers the price of the car, because the battery is basically the most expensive component of an electric vehicle. So if you lease it, lower payment for sure. And the subscription in Canada, there's going to be two versions. There's a flexible and there is a fixed one. So the fixed one is $139 a month Canadian, and that's going to give you unlimited kilometers of driving. And if you want to go for the flexible, that's $39 a month, and that gives you 500 kilometers, and then every kilometer after that is 9 cents. So if you're going to be doing, let's say, 1,500 to 2,000 kilometers a month of driving, I would just go for that unlimited package. And the nice thing about this subscription or lease is, you know, like, hey, if there's issues with the battery, if it degrades past 70%, for instance, they will replace that battery for you while you're on the subscription. And not only replace it, they'll take care of all the disposal and recycling of that battery. So that's all handled for you. And yeah, so it's not a bad system if you really think about it. What do you think about that system, Hung?
I think it's a very, very good plan for the customer.
Yeah, so you don't have to put all that money, outlay it all at the same time. So yeah, next year though, they will be offering that you can purchase the battery as well 50% of some of the sales will go as a purchase, some 50% will go as the subscription. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. On paper, they think it's going to work. If it doesn't work as well as what they think, or people are really not enjoying it, they will probably be very flexible and change it. But for now, we're going to give it a shot. So big party tonight, Hung.
Yeah, the big
Yes.
party in the beach.
Vietnamese like to party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We really like the party. And also the beach, which we really like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, party, dancing,
Yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of
see
fun.
you there.
Okay, all right. The VF8 will start at just over $50,000 for the Eco, while the Plus with more power will come in at $59,350 Canadian. And remember, both of them are all-wheel drive, and they'll be arriving on our North American shores before the end of the year. Soon to follow will be the full-size VF9, which really looks fabulous, and I really can't wait to try this one. We can also confirm that the smaller VF6 and VF7 will be coming to North America, which will be perfect for those that don't need all that space. One of the taglines of VinFast is making the impossible possible. And yes, I have been a guest of VinFast, but I'm telling you, after witnessing everything that the Vingroup is all about and seeing, the scale of things, their execution, the speed of what they do things at, seriously, 4 years as a car company and look what they've done. If I was another auto manufacturer, I'd be looking in that rearview mirror, because VinFast and Vingroup, you know what? It's gonna be a common household name. They're simply Vincredible. I really hope you enjoyed our glimpse and look at Vietnam and VinFast. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. In the meantime, I'm gonna leave you with a few other beauties from Vietnam.